The next topic is of escape sequences. In the concept of constants, means when we learned the concept of constants yesterday, we had seen that in character constants there was a concept of backslash character constants. So these backslash character constants are called as escape sequences. The second name I will say, it is same, means backslash character constants or escape sequences. Basically, these escape sequences, why we use it or why we require it in our programming, I will say mostly for formatting purpose we use it. Means 75% we use it for formatting purpose itself. So, what are these escape sequences? How to use these escape sequences in our programming? I will explain everything, how you have to use it. Some of them are listed here. Some of them, I'm not saying all are listed here. There are many other escape sequences that you can use in C programming, but just some of them are listed here. So, starting with the backslash A, it is used to alert, means it will give you a sound, that is beep sound. Of course your speaker should work, then only this backslash a works. So whenever you use this backslash a in your printf statement, you can try it, you will get a beep sound. Similarly, backslash b, it is used to give a backspace, means it will move your cursor one position to the left hand side from where, means where it will, from where it will move, of course from the current position, means wherever it is, it will move to one side, left hand, one position on the left hand side. Next is form feed, that is a backslash f. All these are backslash. Don't confuse between backslash and a front slash. This is backslash. Okay. Next is form feed, that is backslash f. So this backslash f is used to take you to the top of the next page. Means whenever you are writing or whenever you want to go to the next page or starting of the next page, you have to use this backslash f. This backslash and you will use it multiple times. We are going to use it almost continuously in every program. It is used to take your cursor onto the next line, that is to give a new line, you use this backslash n. Backslash r, it is used for carriage return. Now what this carriage return is, it will take your cursor to the beginning of the line. So there is a difference between backslash b and backslash r. Backslash b means take your cursor to the left hand side only by one position, whereas this backslash r, it is used to take the cursor to the beginning of the line. Wherever your line will start, there it will take your cursor. And this is backslash t is a horizontal tab. So there is a difference between a space and a tab. So if I want to give a big space, I will say during my printing part or during my displaying my output part, I will use a backslash t. So all these mostly they are used for formatting purpose and in your C programming. So whenever you want your output to be displayed in a good manner, mostly you use these backslash n and backslash r. Or rather, I will say you will use these escape sequences in your every program starting from now. The next concept is of precedence, associativity, and arity. This topic is again very important for your C programming, because whenever you are performing any operation, you have to follow certain rules. That rules are called as this precedence, associativity, and arity. Now, precedence means, I will say priority. You will means the concept of priority and precedence is same, or I can say the order in which we are performing certain operations, that is called as precedence. Whereas associativity means there are certain group of operators that we have to use. So from that group, which operation will be performed first, which operation will be performed last, that concept is called as associativity. and arity means how many number of operands you require to perform certain operation. That is called as arity. I know from these definitions it might seem that it is very difficult, but from the table it will be very much clear. So these are the different operators that we can use in C programming. This is the precedence. The first column shows the precedence, means the highest precedence is given for my first row, this first row, and it goes on and it is for the last, means this or operator, this is logical or operator that has the last precedence. Now comes the associativity, means if I take any example, if I take this group, that is the third row, out of these three operators, if I have two operators in my equation, then which operation should be performed first? Then it gives the associativity, means whichever operator comes on the left hand side first, that will be performed first, because my associativity says from this group I have to perform the associativity as left to right. If you observe, almost everyone has the associativity as left to right. Only this second row has a associativity of right to left. Means from this group, if I have certain two or three operators in my equation at a time, then whichever the operator is on the right hand side, that I have to perform first, and then it goes on till the left hand side, means you have to follow a right to left approach here, whereas for rest of the operators you have to follow the left to right operation. That is the basic one we use generally in our normal calculation. So that is the left to right operation, but only for the second row you have to follow the right to left right to left uh, flow, I will say, or associativity. Now, why to keep this chart or why to remember all these things? Because when you face the test, most of the questions are related to the operators. Most of the basic questions are related to the operators. They give you certain operation to perform and you forget the associativity part. Most of the time there is an operation like increment operator or decrement operator, and students forget the associativity part and they get the answers wrong there. So for that purpose you have to keep in mind, there are no need to by heart all these things. You just have to remember one row, that is this row, because only for these operators the associativity is from right to left. For any other operator you can just follow left to right operation only, but for only for these operators you have to follow a right to left approach, and hence you have to follow this associativity in. So please keep in mind that whenever you are performing certain operations, you have to follow this concept of precedence, associativity, and arity. Now you will say, where comes the arity? Arity comes when we are using a unary operator, when we are using a binary operator, and when we are using a ternary operator. Means I will give an example. Ternary means 3. So there we will require 3 operands. So the arity will decide that we require 3 operands for your ternary operator. So that is the concept of arity, because in this chart you will not find the arity concept. So basically the arity concept comes with your operands part. How many operands you require to perform for that operation.